Hello. My name is Benjamin Z. Miller. And today I'm going to answer the question, which bonds pay the highest rates? So there's a lot of bonds that are out there on the market. Which ones really pay the highest rates? Well, good question. First, please don't forget to like and subscribe for more content just like this video. Okay, so corporate income bonds, they are debt securities issued by companies to raise capital. These bonds offer fixed interest rate payments and are usually rated by credit agencies to indicate their creditworthiness. Typically, corporate income bonds of privately held companies offer much higher returns than government bonds and publicly traded company bonds. However, despite the higher returns, most investors never consider investing in privately held corporate income bonds. Wonder why that could be. Why do they never do that? Well, could it be perhaps it is because they're brokers? You know how all these investors, they've got their favorite broker. Well, their brokers do not earn a commission typically from selling these privately held company bonds. So you can imagine your average broker, he's not going to sell that if he's not going to make a commission. Now, I'm not saying your broker's probably great. I'm sure he would do what's best for you. But there are other brokers out there that they will pay attention closely to which product pays the highest commission, and then magically they'll present that to you. So private companies do not go through the same regulatory process as publicly traded companies, and therefore the information available to investors about these companies may be limited. So if you're in the situation where you would love to find a high-paying corporate income bond of a privately held company, but you just don't know where to go, well, I've got a solution for you. You can go to www.benjaminzmiller.com and fill out the contact form. Now, I want to make it clear, I'm not out there advertising other bonds. I've got several companies that are privately held companies. They're my companies. I'm a principal in the company. I'm a chief executive officer, or I'm an officer in some capacity of the company. So I can tell you about what our company's doing. That is fine. I'm allowed to do that. So, you feel free to contact me and I'll be happy to tell you what we're doing. And we may have some opportunities for you that you can earn potentially, we don't want to forget that word, potentially earn hundreds of basis points more than these other bonds that are floating around. Investors who are willing to do their research. I know it's easy to be a couch potato. I know it's much easier just to sit there. I'm going to get on the internet. I'm going to do this. I'm not going to actually look. Oh, look, here's a symbol. I'm going to type it in. That's not going to get you anywhere if you do it that way, folks. I want you to do something that the other investors aren't doing. The other investors, they're great people, but they may not be willing to put any work into their investments. And as a result of that, they end up with a 3.7% yield on a 30-year UK gilt. I mean, I feel for them. I really feel for these low bond yields, but they don't want to do anything different, and their broker's never going to tell them about it. Why would the broker tell them about this? Most brokers. So the downside of investing in private corporate income bonds is the lack of liquidity. Boy, I hear about that all the time. Oh, I need the liquidity. I need the liquidity. Folks, listen, the day traders that are out there that they got to buy something and sell it a week later, you'll be doing yourself a favor if you have that personality type where if it goes down a little bit, you got to quickly sell it at a loss. You got to do this, you got to do that. They've done studies where those day traders that are in and out all the time, they lose so much money. They'd do so much better, most of them, if they just would take a position and hold it. But they're so smart looking at those charts, they're going to figure out what's going to happen ahead of time. And, what happens is the broker's earning commissions on all of these trades. So the downside of investing is you got to work a little bit. But in conclusion, privately held corporate income bonds can offer investors the potential for higher returns than government bonds and publicly traded company bonds. However, investors must be willing to do their research and be comfortable with the risks associated with investing in these bonds. If you're an investor that just can't have a risk, if you're gonna have a panic attack, you should not buy a corporate income bond. You should just go buy a gilt, maybe. You know, talk to your financial advisor and your broker. They'll tell you what to buy. But if what I'm saying makes sense to you, if you hear me, if what I'm saying sounds logical, if you're a person that maybe you like to think a little bit more, go to my website, www.benjaminzmiller.com, and fill out the contact form. If you've got a desire for a solution, I may have the perfect solution or solutions for you. I also suggest you join my investor networking group. In this investing game that we're all in, it is good to have more contacts. And I created a group, the Benjamin Z. Miller Investor Networking Group, and I would like to invite you to join it. And it is completely free. We have a meeting every Sunday. Every Sunday we have a meeting, and you can meet investors from around the world. We've got investors from the UK, the United States, Sweden. We've got investors in Poland. We've got investors in Germany. We got investors all over that come to the meeting. And this is an opportunity for you to learn more about investing and to network with some really high quality investors. I'm very selective about who I let into my group, but I invite you to join, and you just send us a message. And as long as I feel like you're going to be a good fit for the group, I'm pretty easy to work with. But if I get a feeling someone's not got an ulterior motive, I may think on that. But come join the group. Come join the group. It's free. We meet every Sunday. And I hope that helps. And good luck with your investing. And by the way, folks, if you learn something, maybe share this video with your friends or your family. You might be able to help them also. I hope that helps, and I wish you good luck with your investing.